Hi guys, this is Elise from When in Doubt, and today I have a January book haul for you. The first book I have here is A Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. I've never seen Game of Thrones. I do love HBO, so I'm sure it's really good. And I've never read it. I'm lucky enough to have not had any spoilers from it, and I never thought I'd be that into it. I don't know why, because I love like Harry Potter and I love sci-fi and fantasy and everything, so guess it was inevitable, but I don't know, I never thought I'd be too into that. The third book I have is a classic. It is by Cormac McCarthy and it is part of a trilogy. It is called All the Pretty Horses. I've heard mixed reviews on this. Some people say it's amazing, and I figured because it's Cormac McCarthy, it has to be pretty satisfying in general. My mom really loves The Road, which is also by Cormac McCarthy, and many other people like that book. And so I figured I haven't read The Road, and I sort of wanted to give this one a try because it's based in one of the Western scenes. It's about cowboys, I think it is, and I really like Westerns for some reason. I've always been into them. I think because I grew up with my mom watching Gunsmoke, which is like a Western television show from the 60s, the 70s maybe. This fourth book I got for Christmas from my mom. It is called Betty Vale by George Hodgman, and my mom is really good at finding books that aren't like on the New York Times bestseller list or aren't super popular. If I really enjoy this book, Betty Vale, then I will definitely do a book talk about it. This next book I am so pumped about. It is Going After Cacciato. Going After Cacciato. I don't know how to say this either, but it is by one of my favorite authors ever, Tim O'Brien. I was actually introduced to Tim O'Brien in my AP English class when we were forced, or it was required to read The Things They Carried by Tim O'Brien, which is a Vietnam War novel. And from what I know, this is also a Vietnam War novel. The Things They Carried by Tim O'Brien is about Tim O'Brien's actual experience in the Vietnam War. It's a work of fiction, The Things They Carried is, but it's also it's pretty obviously loosely based off of Tim O'Brien's experiences in the Vietnam War. And it is fan-freaking-tastic. It is so good, The Things They Carried. I totally recommend you pick that one up. I haven't read this one yet, so I don't know which one to recommend to read first, but I think either one would be good. The Things They Carried focuses on the art of storytelling and how magical it can be. Anyway, I'm super excited to read this one because I love Tim O'Brien. And I'm also really excited to read this one because it is by another one of my favorite authors, Colleen Hooke. Colleen Hooke wrote the Tiger's Curse series. The first one is called The Tiger's Curse. Can't think of the second one's name, but it has the word tiger in it because all 4 books in the Tiger's Curse series has the word tiger in it. Tiger's Curse is a fantasy romance series starring Ren and I cannot even remember her name. Cannot remember the main character's name. Ren is the guy in the book, which of course I remember his name because he is really attractive. This new book by Colleen Hooke just came out, and she hasn't written anything since The Tiger's Curse, I believe. And this one is called Reawakened. While Tiger's Curse is focused more on Indian mythology from the country India, this one is focused on Egyptian mythology and also Egypt. The best word I can describe Colleen Hooke's books as is adventure, because usually the main characters are off on a quest to come up with a solution to fix a problem that is plaguing the main characters. But really it is just an adventure, but you do have to have a taste for romance. Oh, my cat just came in. Gilly! My next book that I bought myself, it's called Confess by Colleen Hoover, and I first heard of Confess when it won the Best Romance of 2015 in the Goodreads Book Awards. I'm really excited to read this. I've heard so many incredible reviews on all of Colleen Hoover's books. If it won the Best Romance Novel of 2015 for the Goodreads competition, then it has to be pretty good, and I am a sucker for a good romance. This next book my mom gave to me, it was hers before. She didn't buy it new or anything, she just gave me her old copy, but it is called She's Come Undone by Wally Lamb. Wally Lamb is a very popular and critically acclaimed author. I'm not surprised because many of his books are fantastic, and She's Come Undone does not look like an exception to that. It looks really good. The New York Times says An ambitious, often stirring, and hilarious book. I'm always down for a good comedy, but I don't think it's like purposefully a comedy. I'm pretty sure it's like drama, comedy, emotions, all over the freaking place. Thank you for watching my book haul. I hope that this inspired you to go out and read some books. If you're feeling nice, please subscribe, and I will see you guys later.